My name is Dr. Jaime Franco. I'm Mexican-American, openly gay, currently reside in Miami, Florida, and originally from Chicago, Illinois. My coming out story was not drama-filled. It was very uneventful. Thankfully, I've heard stories, but mine wasn't drama-filled. I remember one day coming home to my mother after classes and telling her, sitting down with her at the kitchen table, and just letting her know that I was gay, or that I'm gay. She looked at me and she said, "I don't care what you are, you're my son and I love you for who you are." And so because of that, she gave me the power to really, she empowered me, I should say, to be happy and comfortable with who I am. Because only, the gay doesn't define who I am, it's just a very small part of who I am. I can clearly pinpoint the day that I decided to become a doctor was when I was in high school. To backtrack a little bit, I did part of my high school in Mexico City, and then I came back to the States in hopes to enter a university, an American university. And in order to do that, I had enrolled in the 4th year of high school. And throughout that 4th year, I became very close to my advisor. And I think my advisor I thought he had the best interest in mind for me. And he kept on pushing me to technical degrees. And at that point I realized, well, there's a reason why this person is pushing me toward a technical degree. Maybe he thought I didn't have the ability or the capacity to really go into mainstream higher education, to pursue a 4-year degree, or even perhaps a doctorate. And so at that point I realized that I had to prove a point. And the point is that Latinos can succeed. They can enroll in higher education, such as a doctorate degree, and be successful, because they do have the abilities and the competencies to be successful. I have a Master's of Public Health with a focus on the administration of healthcare in communities. Because of that educational background, I use it as a launch pad to open up my business in clinical trials, because it was a very close match between my educational background and what I wanted to pursue, which is clinical trials, studies in humans. Healthcare reform did impact my business, in particular the changing healthcare landscape in the United States, especially with the passage of Obamacare, or the Affordable Care Act, which comes into effect fully in 2014. There will be many changes across the country, for good and perhaps for bad. But in my opinion, a lot of good is going to come because of this act, meaning there will be additional access to health care for people who are underserved, who don't have the means to purchase health care, and who need the health care. And because of those changes, we're seeing a growth in my company in particular that focuses on consulting and clinical trials. Besides being an entrepreneur, I'm also a professor at Florida International University. And I became a professor many years ago because I want to be a mentor, and a positive mentor, for Latinos who are pursuing a higher education. I think it's important for Latino students, kids, to see someone at the front of the classroom who looks like them, who sounds like them, and who carries the same values as them. I think that provides a better educational experience for a Latino student. In the College of Business, I teach ethics to undergraduate and graduate students, and in the College of Medicine, I'll be teaching bioethics and leadership development to medical students. They selected me to teach those courses because of my background, because of my educational background, and because of my expertise in those areas, the subject matter. The best advice that I could give someone who is coming out is to understand what your values are, give voice to your values, respect yourself, because there will be situations that you'll be put in that you're not going to be very comfortable with. And there's no reason why you'd have to succumb to those conditions or situations. You have to be strong and tenacious and know what your values are in order to overcome those issues or obstacles in your life. And in summary, is just be strong and be comfortable with who you are, respect yourself, and know that you're as valuable as the next person next door.